Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Dan, the OP man, and we're back at it again with the white vans. Yes, for sure. But today I am back. It's been 3 4 months. Been a crazy 3 4 months. Been an absolutely stunning 3 4 months. My last video, I basically talked about what I thought was going to be a banger, what I was all inning, and how to get in on it, right? And it happens to be Neo Tokyo. I'm now a Neo Tokyo citizen. You can see by my profile picture has a 48, and you can verify my OpenSea. Link is in the description down below. While you're at it, go like and subscribe to the channel. Just shamelessly plug. All right, but anyways, so I was like, yo, Neo Tokyo is my all-in, right? It wasn't really an all-in; it was free. Everything was free, but the floor is now 50 ETH. So now that I have a track record of only bangers, dropping another banger. All right, but seriously though. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about Mavia, right? Mavia, think of Clash of Clans, but crypto. I've summed it up already. You should be excited. There's literally no reason not to be excited. Nah, but seriously though, it honestly looks very good so far. I would say, well, it has like 6 to 9 months before game actually releases, maybe even more. It's like Q4 2022, plenty of time. Not even worried. But this is my next all-in, my next focus. There's obviously like other video games that are coming out, and I'm obviously going to be focusing. I'm going to be playing them. I'm going to be streaming them. That's my plan. This is one of them. This is probably the top of my list right now. Like this, checking all the check marks. It's pretty crazy. So let's get into it. Let me explain what it is. And so again, it's literally Clash of Clans crypto. It's the best way to put it. It's going to be like your Clash of Clans style base. You build. You have your three resources, right? You have your gold, your elixir, but here it's oil, and then you have your gems, which are rubies here. And the only difference is that they're implementing ERC, or not really ERC20s, but like tokens into the game, like cryptocurrency as the currencies for the game, and they're implementing NFTs, which I'll go into and explain later in a second. So if you just go onto their website, I would say like there's really a few reasons to be super bullish on them. One, it's the idea. The idea is super well developed. Second of all, it's the investors. Every investor you could want in this, they're basically in it, right? And so let me start with the investor part, right? Because honestly, when you're looking at a project and you're looking to make money off it, personally, I'm looking to hold this. I'm looking to play this game, looking to hold the land, because holding land has use case. I'll explain later. That's one of the NFTs. And so, but generally, you want to look at the investors, right? Because if something has good investors, it'll probably do well because these are the type of investors who hold, they don't sell, they don't put sell pressure on the ecosystem. On top of that, because these people are investing and they're so well connected, they're telling everybody else, yo, you want to get in on this. This game is fantastic. And so I'm just going to go through a website, right? So you just have your build your base. You can attack the bases. You have your troops. It's still pretty early on. These are all like concept art. Everything's subject to change, but at least they have art. That's the third thing actually. With games in general, you want to have a game that has original art. If something's just taking Unity assets, it's a scam. It's not a scam, but look at Soul Chicks, bro. That thing was bad. But here they're not taking Uni assets. And on top of that, if you go to their Twitter, they're like nonstop posting, or their Discord, they're nonstop posting their new art. And whenever something happens, they post art here. Like they have concept art and everything. They're showing their whole process. And it's really nice when when a game company or anything is being so transparent, because then it allows you to fully understand what's going on behind the scenes, and it helps create more hype and better understanding for everyone out there. So then you earn Ruby and other in-game resources. Ruby's gonna be one of your ERC20s. I'll explain that in a second. Upgrade your base, hero, and statue NFTs, right? So again, more NFT stuff. I'll get into the tokenomics later. Then you have their partners. Binance Labs. All right, you have Binance leading. That's pretty crazy. Genblock Capital, Mechanism Capital, Delphi Digital. Delphi Digital, I like pulled this up just as an example. This is what Delphi Digital is invested in. They're invested in everything. Like from Alchemix, Arbitrum, Axie Infinity, Bitcoin, DeFi Lines, DYDX, Ember Sword, another game to be playing, looks really good. Ethereum, Illuvium, game looks really good. Might not play that game because it's like TFT, and I don't really play TFT. TFT is like Teamfight Tactics. It's another game. It doesn't look like a solid game I really play. Mutable X is fantastic. Another fantastic project. Like they're investing in so many good projects, so it's like you can't trust them. And I'm just using Delphi's example. all of these groups are invested in like crazy good project. Like all of them are invested in something really good. So then we got Animoca Brands, Bitcraft, Alameda Research, YGG, Yield Guild, X Network Capital, Double Peak. You're seeing a lot of very high quality investors. Then you have a docs team. They have like, I think like 80 people hired already or something like that all over the world. It's pretty cool. Then you got FaZe Clan, right? This is FaZe Clips. Apparently he's an advisor. I don't know why they didn't say Clips. It bothers me. It'd be like that. But I'm still pretty hyped. We're just getting started, right? Community created Q4, token launch Q1, land NFT sales Q2. So like this is like the timeline. Probably token launches next 3 months, land is next 4 months, 5 months, something like that. So if you're hearing about this now, you're early. You want to be in now. You want to get in the Discord. Excuse me. Sorry. You want to go in Discord, you want to read their news. We're gonna go through their game deck, and you might want to do some research on Scry Studios if you don't trust them for your own sake. Obviously, what I say is not financial advice. You should take this with a grain of salt, and you should look to understand it yourself. So, command your army to victory. This takes you to Discord. You want to join the Discord. That's where you get all the latest news. You get to join the community, get to talk to other people talking about the game. Pretty exciting. I'm just gonna go through the deck, and I'm gonna explain what the game is. I know I'm not top, and or I'm going to explain the tokenomics, the economic model, because the economic model of this game is super well refined. It's like there's a lot of thought put into it, and also the person creating it did a very good job. I don't know who the leaders are in this. I don't know the heads or whatever, the CEOs, but whoever thought up this whole idea, whoever thought up the whole economics, did a fantastic job. Like they couldn't have done a better job, in my opinion. Obviously, I can definitely be wrong. In the future, there'll always be something better, but I think that this is sick for what we have right now. And so, welcome to Heroes of Mavia introduction. They're just whatever. You can read this yourself. Also, I showed you it's on the site. You can access it anytime you want. Bridging two worlds together. Again, they're just talking about NFTs with crypto, or NFTs inside of AAA games and like good games today. Then gameplay details, it's more like the gameplay, like your Clash of Clans-esque style of gameplay. By the way, I'm a massive Clash of Clans fan. Town Hall 11, pretty much maxed out. I kind of stopped playing because I got bored. I don't have time. But I love Clash of Clans. Anything like that, sign me up. Lead your base to victory. Build your ground and air forces. Max. All right, so it's like they're just talking about the game. Obviously, like it's your standard Clash of Clans-esque game, Castle Clash, like those types of games. It's like a tower defense, but you just have a base that just defends automatically, and then you, the attacker, want to strategize to break down the base, and you do like you have different strategies. You have your like Queen Charge and Clash of Clans. You have like those types of stuff. So here's a Mavia token. So this is the important part, right? Let's get into their economic model, which I'm very excited about. So you have your Mavia token, your Ruby token, right? So Mavia is a governance token, right? So basically what that means is it's used, Mavia themselves want to become like a DAO, Mavia DAO, and then basically everybody else can vote, and they can vote on what they want to happen inside of Mavia, like what are the new updates, what are all the new, let's say, balancing. They just want it to be votable. And so if you own that Mavia token, you have a part of that vote, you're part of ownership. So buying the Mavia, think of it like if you're investing in let me pull up an Axie Infinity. So Axie Infinity, what is the thing? CoinMarketCap. Axie Infinity have a dual token model, right? They have AXS, which is their governance token, which is worth like 25 billion. At one point, it was worth more than Epic Games, 40 billion. Now they have their SLP tokens, right? Smooth Love Potion. This is used for breeding. It has an $82 million market cap. It's not super big, but the thing is, how it works is that as a player, you can produce SLP and then you can sell it into cash, or you can use it up. So the whole idea with Mavia is that you earn your Ruby in game, right? Nobody else starts with any Ruby. You just earn it in game from playing, and then you can use that and sell it into ETH, USDC, whatever, or you can just use it back into the game, use it for upgrades, right? And obviously it has a use case. Otherwise, it would just deflate to infinity, which it doesn't, because people are want to collect them or want to spend them in game. Because let's say it upgrades your hero to like level 1 to like Clash of Clans has like 50 levels on heroes. Imagine you only earn like 10 Ruby a day. It costs you like 100. I don't know. Like obviously I'm exaggerating, but basically their whole goal is just to burn these constantly so that they never really inflate to infinity. Instead, they tend to have like a pretty set value, and there's a pretty even amount of them being burned as they're being created. All right, 3 different types of NFTs. So I'll go into their economic model like slightly. Like I kind of explain tokens. Like they have a chart. They have a very nice chart over here. I'm just gonna zoom in. And so this chart, what it's showing, can I hide this? Very nice. So what this chart is showing is just how the economics in the game work, right? So you have your three NFTs. I'll explain that. Actually, let me explain that first. So you have your three NFTs: your base, your heroes, and your statues. Your bases are the most important ones. Those are the ones that are going on sale sooner. To get whitelisted onto this, just go to their Medium. It explains everything. Get whitelisted, and there's a few ways to do so. Making a video like I am is one of them. Then heroes are another set of NFT, and statues are the third. So how heroes work? Think of your Archer Queen, Clash of Clans, your Barbarian King, your Grand Warden, your there's a new one. Don't remember her name. Doesn't matter. Anyways, think of your heroes in Clash of Clans. It's like the same kind of thing where they kind of like just sit in your base, they battle. And so what happens is with your heroes, you can now upgrade them as an NFT. But when you upgrade them, now instead of just have them sit in your base, you can go out and sell that on the market. So somebody else is looking to buy a max out hero, they can go and buy that directly off of you. The same thing with your base, by the way. Now, when you upgrade your base, imagine Clash of Clans, right? You put all those hours in that base, and now it's just stuck there, and you can't do anything with it. Well, guess what? Now you can sell it, and somebody can get your whole base, and they can just get their way through the game a lot faster for them. Especially if you don't like the game anymore, you can just sell it off. It works out. And the statues are kind of like a stat boost. I don't know how they're going to be like fully implemented, but basically, like, you know how in Clash of Clans you get like these buildings that I don't think they can really you can't really attack them. They're like decorations. They're called decorations. So these are kind of, from what I understand, they're like decorations but with upgrades. Not 100% certain. Could be a little wrong on that. But actually, they kind of explain it here. All right, it doesn't matter. They explain it. You'll figure it out. Now, initially, when they're dropping I don't know how they're gonna sell the heroes and the statues at first. They might just drop them from earning them in game. They might just be earnables. But bases, you have to buy a base. So you can actually, in fact, play a game without buying a base, but then you won't earn. So you know your rubies that you're earning, you can't withdraw that. That ruby is permanently for in game. However, on the other hand, if you do buy a base, then your base that you play on, you can pull out the ruby, and that's why it becomes kind of a play to earn economic system for you. And you can pull out and like you can sell, you can interact with everybody else in the market. So now let's take a look at their ecosystem, right? So the ecosystem, how it works is you have your exchange, you have your Ruby and your Mavia token, right? So your Mavia token, how that works is that you can bring that to their what is it called? To their marketplace, and you can spend that, and that's gonna be like the primary currency. So now you go on OpenSea and you use ETH as a primary currency. So now Mavia tokens are gonna be the primary currency of their marketplace. And how are and so then you're gonna just and so then in their marketplace you can go buy land off other people, and then when they release future versions of land, because there's gonna be 100,000 lands in all, they're only releasing 10,000 initially. They're gonna release them by you being able to purchase those lands with Mavia tokens. And so your heroes and your statues, I'm not sure, but again, like when you trade, you'll be doing everything through Mavia tokens. Like that's what they want you to be exchanging on. And so then with rubies, like again, you can go out and buy, you can go and exchange at like Uniswap or whatever, or just on Arbitrum. I don't use Arbitrum. By the way, this is on a layer 2, so it's not gonna be entirely on ETH layer 1 because gas fees are ridiculous. Nobody wants to deal with that. Arbitrum, I think it's like 1/10. It's still gonna be like $10-$20 on gas. Don't quote me on that. I've never used Arbitrum. It could just be like Matic where it's like 2 cents, and I've just never used it, and then that's on me. But from what I remember hearing about Arbitrum, the gas fees, because they're like forced to cap gas fees or something. I don't really understand it, but pretty much you can go and exchange onto your Uniswap, and then you can put that into your wallet, or maybe just buy directly on Coinbase or whatever if they get listed, and then you can deposit that into the game, and you get a 10% bonus because you're buying Ruby, you're creating demand, and then you can use those gems like gem up or whatever. But when you earn Ruby in game, then you can go and sell that, right? You can take it out into your wallet. That's going to cost 15% fee, right? Obviously, they want to disincentivize like selling them, and they want to incentivize buying them. So like they're doing that on purpose. And then you can use those rubies in game to upgrade the NFTs, and then you can earn them, and then it all goes back. It all works very nicely. It's very well designed, very very pleasing. Rubies have a bunch of use cases from what I understand, like it's 10 plus already that they've created, and there's obviously ways to earn it. Now, this is what I'm the most bullish on. This is why I'm buying a bunch of land. I'm never selling that. So, how Mavia land works is it works by you like obviously own that base, right? So now you can play on that base, you can upgrade it. But think about Axie Infinity. So I don't know if you ever played it. There are these things called scholarships, where basically you give somebody 3 Axies, and now with those Axies, they get to play the game, they get to earn, and then they earn like however much SLP, or in this case in Mav it's gonna be rubies, and then basically because you own those Axies, for their labor you take out a percentage of it, right, for just owning the assets, and then they get to keep the rest, right? They can take that into cash or however they want to take it. They can take that into money, so they get to keep the rest of the SLP, or in this case rubies. And the thing is that's really nice is that it's going to be naturally integrated. So with Axie Infinity, it wasn't actually integrated originally. It wasn't meant to have this scholarship system, but Mavia are going to be integrating this directly. So when you do give a scholarship, you don't have to like go out and create the account. It's not going to be like super difficult. It's going to be very aesthetically easy, and just like you can just do it really quickly with somebody. Just, oh, he creates an account. You're like, okay, that username, I'm going to give him this, and I'm going to give him that partnership, or it's called a partnership here, or scholarship, or however you want to call it. So basically, they're just making your life much easier. And then renting out bases. So there's another thing that I really like is that on their marketplace, instead of just like having to do a partnership, you don't have to do that. You can just rent out the base to somebody else. There's probably going to be like a going market fee, and then basically they pay you in Mavia tokens, and then they just pay you daily. Let's say they pay you like 1 Mavia token a day, so you just made 365 in a year, and then you just get to rent out that base, and they get to play on it, and they get to upgrade it, or whatever it's going to work. And so this just allows you to like get a fixed daily rate instead of having to trust somebody else to do the scholarship. And also Mavia tokens are probably going to be worth a lot more and be a lot more consistently valued. So this is just another way that they create more demand for Mavia tokens, as well as it's another alternative to you just having a partnership. But again, it incentivizes you holding the base and just renting it out, or having a partnership, because you would rather do that than just go on the market and then just you'd rather do that and just go on the market, sell it, right? Because you then earn something over time, and that over time can be worth a lot. So as a landowner, you're super incentivized never to sell, which creates like no selling pressure in theory. Obviously there's gonna be those people who are like, oh, I need out, like I don't know, there's some weird investors that like, oh, I just minted this for 0.05 10 seconds ago, but it's gonna crash to 0. I'm selling at 0.01. Like, like there's some weird people like that. Don't worry about that. So Mavia Marketplace, they have a very well designed marketplace, and web browser mobile app support. Again, they want it to be a mobile game as well as a desktop game. They want for everyone to be playing, and they got some tokenomics. They got their roadmap. This is out of date. Never mind, it's not out of date. I don't remember why. I remember it being different. All right, that's on me. And okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it about Mavia. It's sick. What else is there to say? And so if you want to just go onto their Twitter, you can always take a look. It'll be linked in the description. And so basically they'll have like some videos on how their marketplace works. It's like pretty easy. Oh, you can place a bid on that ice base. That's pretty cool. And Mavi's super early, so as you can see, like let's go back to the don't mean to do that. If we go back to where is it? There it is. So you go back to their timeline, right? There's plenty of time in this, but I would recommend you get into this now. The game looks absolutely great, super well designed. It's literally everything I wanted in Clash of Clans for an NFT, and obviously Clash of Clans will never do that because it would destroy their current economic system. But this just works and it makes sense. And so like, why not? Why wouldn't you want to? Why wouldn't you want to do this? And so token launch Q1. I have no idea how it's going to drop. Land NFT sale. Again, you can go to their Mavia Medium. I'm not gonna link it in the description, but you can just Google it, or you can go to their Discord and you'll see it linked plenty of places. And there's several ways to get whitelisted. You probably want to get whitelisted. Otherwise, you're gonna have to mint publicly. There's only gonna be 1,000 lands, and I assure you, there's a lot more demand than that. The Discord has already like 20,000 people. The Twitter has like 15,000. I have no idea how many followers Twitter has actually. Yeah, 15,000 followers, bro. I'm on it. I'm telling you, this is gonna be the next big project. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. Everything I say is not financial advice. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm 18 years old. I'm literally on crack. I'm not on crack. I don't do drugs. But like, I act like I'm on Adderall even though I'm not. And I think this is going to be big. I think it has a lot of potential. I could be wrong. Mint is pretty expensive on land. It's 0.3 for normal, 0.6 for rare, 0.9 for legendary. It's not something anybody can ape into. But I'm super bullish on this project. It looks super good to me. And honestly, like, if I lose money on it, I fucked up. But honestly, I think this is my next 10, 20, 50x. I think it has that potential. It definitely has that potential to be something absolutely massive, as there's really nothing like it out there except Clash of Clans. And if it can eat into any of that share, then it'll be massive. Especially because you don't have to own land. You just play the game. If the game's fun, everybody will play it. There's nothing stopping anyone. Except that if you can earn money from it and it's fun, then why wouldn't you play it? It's literally common sense. So on that note, thank you for watching. It's your boy Dandy OP Man. Again, like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. Talk to me. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know how you're doing. Hope everything's going well with you. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. A lot has changed. I meant to upload, I swear. Bitcoin's not looking so good. Probably gonna see it hit 40, or it could just hold. Finex bids might just be absolutely OP. We just hold this level. We go parabolic, like we go super cycle. It's not really super cycle. It's weird. I don't know. Shit's crazy. Fantastic. I hope you had a good one, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.